No, it just sounds gross.
Have you ever had different kinds of weird jelly?
No.
I like that mixed berry stuff you get at diners, and only at diners.
Yeah, that stuff's good.
No.
Yeah, it's like grape and strawberry mixed together.
When I was growing up, we had a grapevine on our back fence in the backyard, and my mom would make grape jelly from scratch.
Huh.
It was actually really good.
Nice.
So I grew up thinking grape jelly was the normal jelly.
Grape jelly is the normal jelly.
What's
Don't
the
let anyone
normal
tell
jelly?
you different.
I've heard a lot of people try and debate and say that strawberry jelly is the normal
Well,
jelly.
they're dumb. They're like the people that tell
it's
you.
like they're dumb!
They're like the people that tell you can't put pineapple on pizza or red vines are better than Twizzlers.
Oh, we can't get too deep into all this because too many heated opinions on all that, because Katimae does not like pineapple pizza.
I love pineapple pizza.
What?
Yes.
You told me you didn't like
No,
it.
I love it.
Okay, cool. Hey, you know what? We agree
I
on
just
that.
hate
Good.
pineapples.
Oh, so
Except
you
when
just-
they're on pizza.
So you hate pineapples in general,
Yes.
but when they're on a pizza,
They're delicious.
it's fine.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
It's like
Where
sweet
am I?
and salty.
Welcome to the Midnight Masterminds.
Hey, guys.
We do this, but we also review movies and give you movie news if you'd want to hear that as well. My name is
Sometimes.
Wyatt.
Hi, I'm Tyler.
I'm Katimae.
Katie Whisperer. And what we're doing today is we're reviewing The House with the Clock on Its Walls, A Simple Flavor,
Favor.
and then Assassination Nation. It's fun to say that. I don't know why. So, we're going to jump right in with the reviews. That way, anyone who just came here for the reviews can just pay to play.
Yep.
Get out of here.
Plug in, get out.
Plug and go.
Yep.
Also, are we maybe going to lose May halfway through this so she can get ready for work?
Maybe.
I don't know. Depends on how long we chat.
Chat about what?
The House with the Clock in Its Walls.
Yeah.
Tyler, give us a plot rundown of The House with the Clock inside of its walls.
So, Owen Vaccaro is the name of the little kid. His name is Louis Barnevelt. His mother.
You said the name of the kid is this, and then the name of the kid is...
The actor who plays the main... All right, so I said that. So James did a film not too long ago where he actually worked with this kid.
That's cool.
Yeah, but anyway...
that has nothing to do with...
Louis Barnevelt, his parents pass away, and he's forced to then move...
The actor or the kid in the movie?
I said Louis Barnevelt, the character in the movie.
Oh, good. Just making sure.
Pay attention.
I'm on board.
Is forced to move in with his zany, out there uncle, Jonathan Barnevelt, played by the always amazing Jack Black.
Blackamus.
And he moves into Jonathan Barnevelt's
John Brown's.
awesome magic house and discovers that it's afoot. There's stuff going on
It's afoot.
that there's stuff that he can't explain is magic.
I swear to you, the house is afoot.
And Kate Blanchett's there. Her character's name is Florence Zimmerman.
Yeah.
And she's a purple lady.
Her skin is purple?
And her clothing is.
Oh, just her clothing is
Her whole
purple.
motif is purple.
Okay.
And they're black swans.
They are black swans.
They're a bevy of black swans.
When you see the movie, it'll totally make sense.
Except for Kate Blanchett, she's purple swan.
She's purple swan. She made that very clear. So, Tyler, if you could tell us your opinion on the movie, we can move past this horrendous plot description and move on with our lives.
I really liked it a lot.
Good.
I was excited for this movie from like the first time I saw a trailer.
Yes.
And it lived up. I will say.
The first time you've seen a trailer, like the ones with wheels?
So, I will say.
Tyler's on a road trip and he looks out the window. He's 3 and he's like, "Daddy, what's that?" And he's like, "That's a trailer." He's like, "Oh, I want to see a movie called The House with the Clock."
Anyway, so my favorite thing about.
This is
Sorry,
funny.
I'm laughing. I cracked myself up.
Someone has to.
So anyway.
So I like Halloween movies. I don't necessarily love horror movies.
Excuse me, this did not take place on Halloween.
But I like Halloween-y movies.
It's Halloween-y, though.
Yes.
I'd agree with that.
Because it's like, I like movies like The Haunted Mansion with Eddie Murphy, even though that's a terrible movie. Just pick a Tim Burton movie, Paranorman, stuff with like monsters and like horror themes that don't
Spooky
scare your
movies.
pants off.
Spooky.
And end with just a mean guy killing a bunch of teenagers who didn't deserve it.
Like Halloween Town.
Yeah, like, wait, no, like Halloween, because Halloween Town's a different. But yeah, no, it had a lot of charm. It was just oozing charm, and it was very just welcoming and has a lot of heart. And
yes.
Jack Black is phenomenal. Cate Blanchett's phenomenal. The little kid screamed too much. I mean, he was pretty good too.
He was good.
Yeah, no, it was a good thing. It was
I enjoyed
a good time.
him.
I had fun.
So, here are my thoughts.
We don't want to.
Feel free to interject on me whenever you want to.
No, I'm going to be respectful.
Why would you do that? So, the only thing surprising to me about this movie is the fact that Eli Roth is directing it. I didn't know that.
That blew me away when I found that out.
I didn't know that until like a week before the movie was coming out because I follow him on Instagram and I saw all of his posts about behind the scenes and whatnot. I'm like, what has Eli Roth even working on? And if you don't know, Eli Roth is only really known for being a super gore-heavy, intensely dark horror director. He made the Hostel movies, Cabin Fever. He's done. I mean, this totally seems outside of his wheelhouse, but
was it Green Inferno?
Yeah, that's the last
movie
thing
about Joni from Spy Kids eating someone's fingers or something.
Yeah. So what's funny to me is that he's directing this, and to me the movie is totally unscary. It's not really scary at all.
It had like creep moments, but
yeah,
I
but even
I was never like.
It always felt still like a kids movie.
Yes.
Despite the fact that there's no scare factor at all. But however, the movie is, to me, filled to the brim with heart, and it's welcoming. I would say it's a must-see this year. If you're into these kind
I would
of
agree
things.
wholeheartedly.
Jack Black and Cate Blanchett are hilarious together. They're charming together. Jack Black might be the standout for me, and I think lately he's found his footing in family-friendly films.
Well, in family-friendly films like this, where he plays a lunatic.
Yeah.
Like,
well, even in Jumanji.
Jumanji.
Was, excellent, right?
Goosebumps.
I hope that he stays in that bubble.
Yes.
I love it. I love where he's at. Eli Roth, I hope he keeps directing movies like this because I like him better like this. I'm not a huge fan of gore. I like horror movies. They're fun and entertaining. Even the ones where a bunch of teenagers die and there's no just like comeuppance for it. But I think I like Eli Roth better like this. This movie was reminiscent almost of like The Sorcerer's Stone.
Yeah, I felt a lot of that.
Yeah, not too much. It's not quite to that caliber, I think. But I think it has to do with the kid. Mm-hmm. Like the whole movie's on his shoulders. And Harry Potter, there's a lot of characters that kind of share the weight.
But it had the same like, ooh, this is a magical world that a kid who deserves to find it finds.
Right.
And like, it's a feel good thing the whole time. Like, it's a great story about a little boy who just desperately needs family at this time in his life, and he finds that in Jack Black and Cate Blanchett.
Agreed.
And it's just, you feel good when you leave.
Watch it. Even if you're an adult and you don't have kids and you think, that looks like it would be good, just go see it.
Yeah, I mean, none of us are kids, nor do we have kids.
I am at heart, though.
Yeah, well, always. Anyway.
Oh my gosh. All right, Katimae, what can you tell us about A Simple Flavor?
A complicated,
all right, Tyler May.
Solid.
What?
A complicated... That sounds like Tequila Tuesdays at the Taco House.
Like, do me a solid, do me a favor.
Complicated solid. What? Katimae's loving the ribbon.
I don't even know what to say after that. Yep, that's it.
It's about how you felt
plot.
after the movie too.
Of A Simple Flavor?
It's a complicated solid.
What's the plot, Katimae? Break it down. I wish Katimae could do the plot descriptions for every movie I've ever seen.
What?
Because I'm sure it would just be, Katimae, what's the plot description for Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark? Harrison Ford wears a hat, and he has a stringy thing, and he goes around, and he's like, hey, give me that metal box. It's gold metal, I want it. And he meets a girl named Mary, and she's my favorite of all the Indiana Jones girls, but that doesn't have anything to do with this movie, but I love her. And then at the end of it, they open the box, and they should have opened the box, and everything's fine. And then he went to go be in another Star Wars movie. He did really good there.
Well, okay, well, Blake Lively, what's her name in the...
Oh, I'll tell you, her name is Nikki Nelson.
What?
What?
No, it wasn't. It was Faith.
No, that was her sister who died.
Hope.
It's her fake name is Nikki Nelson. Here's a fake name, remember?
Emily.
Yeah, I thought it was Emily.
Bro, I just went on IMDb. What do you
I
believe
think
in
it's Emily.
No, I believe you, but So she had so this is fine. She had 5 names in the movie.
Yeah,
The only 2 I remember are, the only names I remember are Charity, Faith, Hope, and Emily.
Yeah, but those were the fake names.
Well, anyway,
Whatever,
so
none of that shit matters.
Blake and is a crazy lady, and she's like, "Yo, Anna Kendrick, who is a super mom in this movie."
She is a super mom.
She's like, "Yo, pick up my son," and Anna
Yo, pick up
Kendrick's
my
like,
son.
"Yeah, all right." And then the guy from Crazy Rich Asians is the husband,
He
and
is from
he's
that
like, "Where's my wife?" And Anna Kendrick's like, "Oh."
She went away.
And then they started kissing.
Whoa, not that quickly. It wasn't the same night. Hold on. Hold on. If you're gonna do goofy plot descriptions, do it right.
Yeah, Emily.
Nikki is the kid.
Oh, what? I just copy pasted shit.
I just want to make sure we give people the right.
Okay.
Yeah, well, that might keep him from seeing the movie, so I'm glad we did that.
Okay, they didn't kiss the first night. They kissed the second.
But no, she's missing for 4 days before they find a body.
Yeah, but
In a
also
lake.
before that, they had been friends for a while.
Yeah, they've been friends.
So
Yeah.
we can...
Anna Kendrick and
They were
Blake
just
Lively.
drunk friends.
Yeah, they had been friends. They would visit so their kids could have play dates. And turns out they were the closest friends either of them had, even though it was pretty a casual acquaintance situation.
And you know how confused you are right now listening to us tell the story of this movie? That's about how you'll feel when you leave.
It's not that we're bad at describing plots, it's that it's really hard to follow this thing.
Yeah.
So, after 4 days of Blake Lively being missing, her body turns up in a lake and everyone's like, aghast, what do we do? And they try and figure out how and why she died and why she does heroin, and that wasn't a part of the plot earlier on.
Yeah. So, and then she comes back and she's like, "Stop kissing my husband." And Anna Kendrick's like,
How are you being
No.
resurrected
No.
right now?
He's like, no.
and then Anna Kendrick becomes internet famous, and
Yeah, well, just to fill in any gaps you might be feeling, Blake Lively does come back, and we won't give you the big old twisteroo, but it's in the trailer, she comes back and is, taunting her and trying to figure out, why did you fake your death? / how did you fake your death? Because there was definitely a body in that lake.
/ did you fake your death?
Whoa, what the heck? So,
Is it a fake death?
who knows? So, what are your guys' review of this movie? This cluster F of a tone.
I
and balance?
left and I was like, I think that was really good. But I was also emotionally exhausted and felt like I just watched five movies
Yes.
all at the same time.
I wrote the same thing here pretty much.
I felt like someone had wired directly into my brain some way for my brain to simultaneously receive information from 5 different movies. Because the genre switched so many times.
Yeah.
The tone switched so many times.
It was really weird.
I've never experienced a movie that made me feel this emotionally unsafe.
Unsafe?
I
You
never
were
was
unprotected.
I was like, okay, this is a comedy. Jesus, with jump scares, and then okay, all right, but it's gonna be just a psycho thriller for a while now. Oh no, now Crazy Rich Asians guy just tackled Anna Kendrick into a bed and is doing the cunnilingus.
And now it's 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah, it's what is happening?
It was really
Now,
weird.
now she's Nancy Drew. Okay, what?
Yeah, it was something. What do you think, Katie Mae?
it was alright.
It was all right.
I really liked Anna Kendrick in it.
Yeah, I agree.
And
She did it.
I like Blake Lively too. She was good.
This was my favorite Blake Lively
I
appearance.
really liked the costumes.
Oh, yeah.
I really liked them.
Yeah. It was,
Katie Mae's ability to like a movie is at least 50% based on costume.
Wardrobe,
presented.
Yeah.
Well, I just.
That's important to a movie.
Well, the fashion in this was really good. That scene where Anna Kendrick tries on Blake Lively's dress.
That's
I leaned over to Aaron. I was like, "It's gonna be really hard for me to pay attention to what they're saying for the next couple minutes."
You dirty scoundrel.
I know. I'm sorry.
Did anyone
She's
else
a
find
beautiful lady.
it strange that when Blake Lively showed up to her own grave, that she was wearing a coat with no shirt at all? It was just a coat.
That's the style, dude.
You
Yeah,
can do
man.
that? I just feel like you shouldn't do that.
You can
can't
do that if you have small boobs.
Yeah, she just shows up, and I thought she was trying to make a statement or something, and I thought about it probably for too long, and I was like, wait a minute, this doesn't mean anything. People just dress like that, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the? All right.
It's fashion.
I'm just gonna start walking around with a. If I walked around in just a sports coat and no shirt, There
would be fine.
No, that would not be fine. That would be a weird look.
But okay, you have to do it fashion. Like it would have to be high fashion.
Yeah, you can't just go grab your sports coat out of the closet.
Just wear jeans
and walk around naked with just the sports coat on, dude. You're like glancing over a whole lot of the entire ensemble to try to prove a point. What are you, Fox News?
Whoa! Keep the politics out of here, son. All right, so here's my review. If a movie could ever be described as schizophrenic, it's this movie.
Yeah.
The film starts off as like a simple mom comedy, which is, it's worth noting here that Anna Kendrick and Blake Lively have like some of the best on-screen chemistry that I've seen in a really long time. But then it makes a hard right turn into like suspense drama, and Blake Lively's character when she disappears or dies. And then it's a serious drama for about 15 minutes before becoming a freaking Scooby-Doo mystery movie, and then a revenge thriller, and then back to drama, and then back to being a revenge thriller. This time avenging a different person than, the first revenge thriller that we got. And then it brings it all home with comedy again when that man runs over.
the guy from the original famous Broadway run of Book of Mormon.
Yes.
Runs over Blake Lively.
So I was so scatterbrained leaving this movie that my brain started to compartmentalize it into 4 different movies. So it took a lot of effort for me to like piece it all together in my head and trace through the plot.
Well, you remember we went on a hike the next day and I was still thinking about it. Like I was still trying to process.
So this movie's directed by Paul Feig, which I thought was strange.
Yeah, that's very weird.
Because the comedy bits felt like a Paul Feig, like Bridesmaids movie. Mm-hmm. And then the rest of it it didn't. It was really weird. I don't know. But it stars Anna Kendrick, Blake Lively, and Henry Golding.
Nice.
Because he was gold.
No, he's just...
Yep.
No, he was great. Anyway, moving on to Assassination Nation.
Ugh.
I wonder how Katie May felt about it.
Tyler didn't see this one, so have fun, guys.
Tyler tapped this one out.
Yes, I did.
Katie May, what's the plot of Assassination Nation? What's in the plot?
Have you seen the trailer?
Yeah.
That's the plot. There you go. That's actually the movie. It's just the trailer.
Yeah, you get the same feeling of whatever, catharsis, I guess, watching the trailer as you do watching the movie.
And it's the same thing. You know how the trailer is? That's how the movie is.
So I saw one trailer a while ago, and it turned me off so hard that I completely don't remember anything about the trailer.
Oh, I'll tell you about it.
Please do.
So, here's the thing about this movie. We're kind of the black sheep here because a lot of people are giving it really, really good reviews. And I'm also not about to slander the movie. But it's an odd experience, and regardless of my feelings about the movie, I immediately went home afterwards and I wanted to delete all my online accounts. It makes you super paranoid. Mm-hmm. And that's what it's trying to do.
That's true.
Yeah.
I was like, oh no, what do I have on my phone?
You're like, oh no.
And then I was like, nothing.
Its
I don't have enough weird friends to have a
It's not even that. It's the thing in this movie is a lot of things where, here's the scary part about me wanting to go home and delete my stuff. I don't post almost anything except stuff for the screenplay. Mm-hmm. And my texts are super lame and boring. Like, there's nothing juicy in there. But I was still paranoid because I was worried about what the fuck could be taken out of context. And in the movie, someone loses their job on stuff that's totally out of context. And people just took it and judged that person based on what they found.
That reminds me of a certain director that we used to spend a lot of time talking about.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, I'll just tell you, the high school principal, he had pictures of his daughter when she was really young taking a bath. Uh-huh. That's how you should have thought about it, but they all called him a pedophile and he got fired.
Even though, he could prove it was his daughter?
Well, they said she couldn't consent. She wasn't young enough to have her, she was too young, too young to have her, or to give her consent for having her picture taken. So, yeah, you're a pedophile. Because of that, you molest kids. Anyway, that's just a part of the movie. I would say the visuals are really great. The directing is really fun and trippy at parts. It has a really great oneer where a lot of people who consider themselves vigilantes are breaking into the house to subdue the 4 girls. That's a great scene.
That was the best part of the movie.
Yeah, it has a lot to say about the current state of politics, secrecy, social norms, and all of that without really spelling it out. So it does all that stuff really, really well. To me, the unfortunate part of this movie, because of the very nature of what they're addressing, and that's everyone has information that you wouldn't want anyone else to see in or out of context, because of that, it inadvertently has to make every character pretty freaking unlikable. So it's hard to really get in any of their corners because for them to have anything worthwhile divulging, or worth divulging really, they have to kind of be a slimy person. So everyone in this movie is slimy in a certain kind of way. And if they don't have anything slimy about their personality that they don't want leaked out, you don't know anything about that character. Mm-hmm. So as soon as you start to get to know a character, you're like, oh, what's going to come out about that person? Mm-hmm. So because you're interested to see what's going to happen to that person, you're locked in, but not because you are rallying for anybody, really. I mean,
like you watching a car accident. Yeah,
you halfway root for the Lily character, is the main character. You halfway root for her because she's been dragged through the mud for the entire movie for things that she didn't really do, and things that aren't really her fault. But she also is a pretty bad person, if you ask me, for what she did do bad things, but she's being hung out to dry for worse things, I guess you could say. I'm trying not to give too much of it away for people who do want to go and see it. Mm. So, but because of all this, you kind of feel disconnected as a result when you're watching the movie. So it comes across, at least to me, just feeling like a very long, well-directed and edited and acted PSA about internet security. Mm-hmm. It does.
All right.
So that's just me. It's written and directed by Sam Levinson, who's, I just found out, 26 years old. So kudos to you. That's a pretty good effort for someone who is 26 years old.
Jeez.
It stars Odessa Young as Lily. I don't know anything about her, but she did a good job. It was a good performance, but it's not. I don't like the character, and that's not her fault though. She did a really good job. She did a good job of making you want to root for her, despite the fact that she is a pretty gross person.
Got it.
But overall, it's all right. Maybe see it once. I'll never see it again. Mm-mm. It is super different. It's really. I'm surprised so many people like it because it's really out there. Mm. It's so out there to the point that it's hard to tell if anything that's going on is actually going on or if it's just exaggerated reality. Mm. But they never address that really. It's really. I don't know. It's like the whole thing is like a music video. Mm. It's like a really long music video PSA.
No music.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's very gory.
It's surprisingly super gory. Yeah, like really gory. Yeah. It's rated R, so you have the right to do whatever you want.
Yeah.
But it doesn't sell in the trailer. It just kind of sort of like sells it as a I don't know, low rent purge. But it's not low rent purge. It's kind of purgy.
Nice.
Yeah. So there you go.
All right.
Those are our feelings on a lot of different movies and things of that nature.
And by a lot, we mean 3.
Correct. Who is ready to talk about news? Tyler.
Wait. I saw a movie in theaters as well.
Oh yes, tell us about your experience of the new addition to the podcast itinerary for today.
I saw The Princess and the Frog in theaters for the first time. I know it's an old movie, but
give us your full review.
It was so magical seeing it on the big screen. And then I teared up at the end.
You teared up?
So sad.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, you little baby.
It was nice. And it was really cold, so it was very nice because it was hot.
Like your heart.
Yep.
Hot
That's
like
it.
your heart.
I was going to say, hot or cold?
I hope they do all the other princess movies.
You know what I missed on Sunday? And I'm devastated that I missed this. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Parts 1 and 2 were playing at AMC yesterday.
I know.
And I was helping my brother move in Irvine.
Fucking Miles.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to murder him.
All right.
Yeah,
no, I'm not. Actually, this is online. I'm not a murderer. No.
Too late. You already said it.
No, I didn't.
Take it out of context.
I love him. Maybe that's why I killed him. Anyway.
Ooh,
news.
Twist.
What came out today but a new Bumblebee trailer.
Oh, good.
Did anyone watch it except for me?
Nope.
I watched it.
Oh.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
When? Sorry, I've been home all day. I didn't see you watch it.
When I was taking my bath, it came up as an ad for my YouTube video.
There you go. So what do you think of the new Bumblebee trailer?
Gets me pretty hyped.
Yeah, man. I've talked a lot of shit on Transformers, but I want to see this movie.
Yeah, I want to see it.
I want to see this
it
movie.
Looks pretty cool.
More interested in Bumblebee than I have been in a Transformers movie since the second one, and which is to say, interested at all.
Yeah.
So
so you haven't seen the new trailer, Tyler?
No.
So here's one thing I will point out that I'm pretty sure a lot of people are freaking out about is Optimus Prime is in this trailer. Mm. But I think he's still on Cybertron. So you get a little bit more information about the movie from this trailer. And the information is that the war on Cybertron is still happening. And the Decepticons come to Earth. And they tell the military, who's like, it looks like John Cena is their leader, which is pretty great. He actually gets to talk in this trailer.
Nice.
And it seems like the Decepticons are lying to the U.S. government about Bumblebee's status. Basically saying, hey, he is a criminal on our planet. You need to help us find him. So the U.S. government's going after Bumblebee despite the fact that he's the good guy. And Optimus Prime can't leave Cybertron because he's leading the entire Autobots war effort.
Mm-hmm.
So he gets to talk to Bumblebee through like a hologram, and you get a good full shot of Optimus Prime in the hologram form, and looks like pixel for pixel like he does in the TV show.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool. It's pretty dope. So all the people who were freaking out about, you ruined my childhood, and it doesn't look anything like the TV shows, like, well, you can all chill out now because they heard you, and
So,
he looks just like it.
Is this a prequel?
Yes.
Okay, so
It takes place in the 80s.
It's a prequel and like soft reboot, or just a prequel?
No, because they did a one shot of the Hoover Dam where they have Sector 7.
Oh, okay.
If you remember from the first Transformers.
Yeah.
So this is a prequel through and through. They're not rebooting. Everything else that happened, but this is Bumblebee's first basic occurrence on Earth. But the way that the Transformers movies always made it sound, at least to me anyway, was that the war on Cybertron happened forever ago. But it actually happened really close to when Shia LaBeouf happens across him.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited to see how it all kind of comes together.
Cool. Yeah, me too.
Anyway,
Aquaman
moving on.
footage screened for the press.
What's that?
Aquaman footage.
Yeah, they weren't giving away any plot details, probably because they're not allowed to. But they said that they were trying to evoke the style of and themes and whatnot and feeling of Romancing the Stone, which, if you don't know what that is a Robert Zemeckis movie that's sort of, I guess, Indiana Jonesy a little bit more goofy, but directed by Robert Zemeckis and starring Michael Douglas. And I can tell you, from my beliefs, watching the trailer of Aquaman, I think that's bullshit. I think they're just trying to get people excited about it.
Because no one is?
Yeah. And saying, oh, it's kind of like Romancing the Stone. It's fun. It's like, oh, man, it doesn't look fun at all. Not to me, anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not any hype for this movie, and the people who talked about the footage didn't seem to really give a shit about it, so... My hope just goes further down the drain.
Yeah, they're doing a real bad job of making us want to see this one.
Yeah.
You know, so many people put so much stock in this because the director, they were like, this is going to be the one that saves it. And
No.
It's funny because that movie keeps getting pushed back. Because it was
Aquaman?
like, well, no, like, this is the movie that'll save the DC universe. Because it was Patty Jenkins' Wonder Woman is going to change the game. And then it comes out and it's just like... Just decent at worst and like good.
If one was going to change it, it would have been Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
But guess what? It didn't do it.
So then everyone was like, if anything's going to change it, it's John... Is it John Woo or James Wan?
James Wan.
Wan.
How dare you? The
James
director
Wan.
of 2000... No, sorry. Never mind.
James Wan.
Mission Impossible 2, John Woo is going to save the day. No, it's James Wan, the director of The Conjuring.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious that this movie looks so not good.
Yeah.
Because James Wan made The Conjuring and that movie is so good.
And practically so, too. Like, this is just CGI soup, and how the fuck are you going to make a Atlantis movie without CGI? But you picked a weird director to do a CGI soup
I just
movie.
think that they're probably... I don't know.
But then everyone was
I
like,
hope to be
Aquaman's-
surprised. I hope that is good.
Me
But
too.
The thing about James Wan is he used to be a home run guy, and he's not anymore
No.
because he made Furious 7, and I'll never forgive him for
Ugh.
that.
Anyway, what I was saying is that movie keeps getting pushed back because now everyone's seeing stuff for Aquaman. Like, it's okay. Matt Reeves' Batman movie will save the day.
It's not even in continuity, though.
I know. And that's, I'm like, just stop saying that.
Nothing's going to be saved. Henry Cavill and Ben Affleck quit together, like a bro pack. They were like, yeah, fuck this place, and they left.
So what's that going to mean for Shazam, by the way, now that Henry Cavill
He's not in that movie.
Well, that was supposed to be taking place in universe.
It is, but the whole reason that Henry Cavill had to leave is because they were trying to negotiate for how much to pay him to appear in Shazam. And Henry Cavill's like, pay me this much money. And they said, nah, that's too much for like a minute on screen. And he was like, well, I'm fucking Superman, so you should probably pay me. And they were like, well, listen, man, you're scheduled for this many appearances. This is the pay. That's what the contract says. And he's like, well, how about if there was no contract? Like, well, we didn't think about that shit. And then he just quit. So he was gonna be in Shazam, and then that's why he's not.
So I'm just
there
what I'm saying is I'm just curious, since this is supposed to be an in canon movie and Wonder Woman's still in canon, and there's no word as to whether or not Flash is gonna remain. I'm just curious what the implications are gonna be.
I think we need to stop thinking about all of how this works in the big overall plot and start looking at this like Fox's X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like shit happens. Do you like the movie? Yeah? Don't think about it too hard. That's pretty much where we're at with it at this
That's
point.
fair.
I mean,
I guess they're more focusing on building a shared universe of characters more than a shared universe of story.
Yeah.
Like Marvel.
Yeah.
They're building it's more. This is honestly more like the comics, if that's what they're trying to do.
Mhm.
Because like you can have a Batman movie that stands.
Yeah,
on
I
its
think what
own
they're all they're really
continuity's
going for
weird.
now. I think they've kind of given up and they're like, we've been defeated. So
Yeah.
by ourselves, but we're gonna just make. If it sounds like a good movie, we're gonna greenlight it, which is why kind of segue into the next couple of bits of news. You can have this Joker movie
Yes.
with Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker, directed by Todd Phillips. Be a run that they're producing and that they're funding, but Jared Leto's Joker still exists in an alternate timeline. So they're just going with, if it looks good, make it. And I am very excited about this. So their spy video, it looks like an extra got their phone out, which if you've never been on a film set,
Don't fucking do that.
yeah, if you do that shit, you're gonna get sniped. Don't
You're gonna
do it.
get. Oh my god!
I'm
Not
surprised-
only will you never ever be allowed like anywhere near any backlot ever again, like there's legal action they can take
That
against you.
video is a crisp 4K HD video. So someone had an iPhone 10 and whipped that shit out, and you could see the camera in front of it. So someone had the balls to do that, like behind the DP.
Jesus Christ!
Dude, I'm surprised he's still alive. But anyway,
we don't know if he is or not.
Yeah, but anyway, he brought us some great Joker footage. So here you go. The photo shows Joker with a lot of henchmen attacking a subway, which is of course a Gotham City subway. You get a really good full body shot of the Joker this time, and you get Joaquin Phoenix's walk. And man, he's walking with some swagger. He's having some fun. And you get to see what his jacket. I mean, his whole costume sort of looks like what you'd expect. It's not too far actually from Heath Ledger's in style. It's just the color scheme is way different.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a red jacket and pants as opposed to what was like either purple or
Well, it was
or
it was purple.
Yeah.
Like,
and then a
violet.
yellow vest and a green shirt and tie. So he looks really good, and you can tell that he's hamming it up. He's
Good.
having fun. I want
it.
real hammy.
I want it
Joaquin
hammy and not
Phoenix.
rapey.
Yeah.
Fucking Jared.
Jared
Jesus
Leto!
Christ. Joker
So-
is literally never ever been a sexual predator.
Well, guess what?
Jared Leto is a sexual predator, not Jared.
Whoa,
Leto.
hold on.
Jared
now
Leto's-
you're going down.
Jared Leto's Joker is a sexual predator.
Also spotted on the same set. This is a separate piece of news. Is an early it's a campaign poster, an early campaign poster for Thomas Wayne for mayor, which means that if we weren't sure before where on the timeline this falls, it's pre-Batman.
Ooh.
I mean, Bruce Wayne might be out there. He might be a kid, but his dad's still very much alive and running for mayor.
Who is playing Thomas Wayne?
I don't remember. It did not recognize him.
Okay.
Whomever he was, I'd never seen his
It
face.
wasn't Negan from The Walking Dead?
Nope.
Okay.
Which is weird.
Because he was Thomas Wayne.
Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. The guy on the poster wasn't him.
Oh.
So who knows?
Sick.
I could be. Maybe they'll alter it later or something. Because I did read online that he's supposed to be playing. His name is Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Yeah.
Was supposed to be playing, but not. I don't know. It wasn't him.
All right.
Wait, is that in this Batman, or now we're getting confused with our Batman, or is that Matt Reeves' Batman?
I don't know.
Because
Genuinely don't know. 'cause
Matt
there-
Reeves is making a Batman movie.
There are
and-
3 different Gothams and oh fuck.
See, now we're having issues.
Oh no.
So he might still be appearing in Matt Reeves' Batman, which does not take place in this universe. That we know of, though.
DC.
He could be. Hey, it could be.
DC.
What have you done?
Jesus. All right.
But anyway, we know that we're dealing with a pre-Batman Gotham, so I'm interested to see how they do. Like, it's a movie about the Joker, not Batman
Yeah.
versus the Joker. It's just a Joker story with no Batman in it. So I'm confused.
So
and I'm interested.
Brian asked how I feel about a Joker origin movie, and it's like as a character, what makes the Joker usually so cool and like just awesome of a villain is that you have no idea.
He is what he is. He doesn't grow
Yeah.
or anything. He's
You
just,
have no idea where he came from.
Mhm.
He's a force of nature.
Yeah.
And literally his pure motivation is his relationship with Batman.
Yeah.
And that is the only thing that drives him. So I'll be interested to see how they handle a character who only exists
as a
because of Batman.
counterpoint to
historically,
Batman.
as a counterpoint to Batman, how they're going to handle him in a movie without Batman.
yeah. I'm curious.
Who knows?
But also we know that his name is Arthur.
That's cool.
So he has a name, and we're gonna hear it.
Ooh.
So, more spy photo tomfoolery. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
There are pictures from the Spider-Man Far From Home set
Oh, spoiler alert for Spider-Man Far From Home, possibly, if you don't want to know. Just
Well, we don't know what any of this means. It's just, here's what it is.
Yeah.
He's wearing a black Spider-Man suit. So, Katimae's like, oh, you now have me interested. Well, so here's the first logical conclusion that people drew when they saw the black Spider-Man suit. They're like, wait a minute, Venom is coming out. It's been sort of ambiguous on whether or not it's going to be included in the Marvel canon, which I'm relatively certain that it's not going to be. But now people are like, wait a minute, are they going to bring in Tom Hardy's Venom, and is that like a symbiote suit? Or are they going with their own Venom storyline? Is that going to be a symbiote suit that way? Or is it not a symbiote suit at all? And a lot of the people who were on set who know what that photo is tried to clarify and said, we're pretty sure that's not a symbiote suit, but a stealth suit. So he might have a stealthy Spider-Man suit.
Ooh,
I haven't actually seen the
sneaky.
photo, and the nerd in me wishes he had before we recorded, so I could try to offer some clarity.
Do you want me to pull up the article? Because
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, it's literally right here. They're squinting and looking really hard. It's hard to tell, man.
I love the arrow. There's
If
an
you didn't
arrow.
know who the guy hanging off of
Just
the
so you
Ferris
know,
wheel
the
is.
dude with the big white eyes.
He looks
clinging
like
to
a
the
robber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like in The Sims when they creep in and they're like. Deep,
That looks nothing like it could possibly be the symbiote suit.
No.
It
No,
looks like
I mean-
it looks like maybe he might not be in New York. And
There are
maybe
Ferris wheels in New York.
Well, I know, but he might be sneaking around
Yeah.
and trying not to let people know that he is the Spider-Man,
Around.
the
Sure.
Spider's man.
Yeah. He's definitely wearing a Spider-Man suit.
Sure.
So it's not like he's not wearing that, but we know that he's going to have a suit change at some point and moon something.
Could also just be, because they do this a lot, just the suit he wore on set, and they make it different
Oh, yeah.
in the movie.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
like,
if you watch the
this could be
stuff,
the big time suit.
If my Spider fans.
Yeah, in Infinity War, when they shot that movie, he was just wearing a mocap suit. He didn't even have a Spider-Man anything on. So they could make it in anything they want. This could just be something for reference, and maybe even they have it like darker because they're shooting at night, and maybe they just don't want his red to reflect on shit around him, and they're just gonna CGI it later. I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no idea. But we'll find out when Spider-Man Far From Home comes out. Eventually.
When does it come out again?
Eventually.
All right.
So, there's this movie called Life Itself. Oh, Tyler's over there giggling. What are you giggling for, Tyler?
Just your notes on this
Oh.
news item in our outline for the episode.
I mean, the only thing I have to say about it really is that this movie, when I pulled up the article on this, it had a 14% on Rotten Tomatoes, and then I waited like 30 minutes, went to the bathroom, did whatever. I clicked on the link and it had dropped to 13% in that span of time. So it's already bad and it's getting worse. And we haven't seen it. I'm gonna just let you all know right now. We're not gonna see it.
No, we're not. No,
And
definitely not.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. But it's being raked over the coals pretty hard. People are just saying it's a terrible, terrible movie. I personally haven't seen a movie get like pummeled this badly in a long time. When's the last time you saw a movie just get
Utterly pummeled?
absolutely just decapitated?
Death of a Nation, but that's a special case.
That is a special case.
Because it's, Trump's just like Hitler, who was just like Abraham Lincoln.
Dude, speaking of which, did you see that Michael Moore made a documentary
Yeah.
called Fahrenheit 11/9?
Yeah.
What the hell is that even about?
It's about Donald Trump destroying the country.
I wonder if we keep making documentaries about it, if it's going to change what happens.
Probably not.
No.
I don't like Michael Moore.
A lot of people don't like Michael Moore.
He's a manipulative
Yeah.
documentary filmmaker.
The thing is I always appreciate what he's trying to do.
Yeah.
Like I stand behind you wanting to take down Trump and the whole system. I get it.
Me too.
I totally get it. Just like when you lie about things or
Yeah.
exaggerate details
Yeah.
and stretch the truth.
Especially with a guy like him, there's just so
There's so much
you can
like,
have a
real
field,
stuff.
You can have
yeah.
a field day just literally reading facts about
Yeah.
him and prove your point. You don't
Yeah.
need to exaggerate. You don't need to take things out of context.
Yeah.
You don't need to pull the CNN route.
Yeah, I think that the thing about Michael Moore is so many people like him and believe him and love him that if someone were sitting next to him, like kind of slapping him in the back of the head whenever he stretched the truth a little too much, he would be a great conduit to just take down stuff like this.
Sure.
But he discredits himself, and it sucks.
Mm-hmm.
But
Now
it
he's
is what
made
it is.
some good movies, like that documentary he made many years ago. I cannot remember what it's about. Katimae, stop throwing stuff.
Hey!
But point is, I've seen a few documentaries of his that I have enjoyed. And so he's a competent filmmaker. He manipulates edits and and forces you to feel away.
He did a speech that you could only get, I think, on like Amazon Prime or something like that. I think it was called Michael Moore in Trumpland. It was just him giving a speech at a podium, and it was good. He's an excellent speaker.
Yeah.
But just, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Be cool.
Anyway, life itself is a pile of butt, and we're not going to see it.
I just think it's funny how this movie just came out, and everyone was like, "Oh, burn this movie! Burn it now!"
And it's like, you watch a trailer, and it's just lifetime drivel.
Can I ask why every time I had to watch the trailer in theaters, it was in Spanish?
Really?
Is that everywhere?
Really?
Yeah.
I never saw a trailer in theaters, I don't think.
I saw a trailer in theaters twice, and both times the narrator was speaking Spanish.
Huh.
And all of the title cards were in Spanish.
Huh.
And I thought,
Interesting.
I don't know why that is.
Yeah, I don't know.
So, I don't know what this movie's even about, just based on the language barrier between me and the trailer.
So I've seen an only English trailer,
That's
and it's still, I feel the same way. It's Oscar Isaacs and some other people I recognize but can't remember right now, in a really like overly dramatic Oscar baity life romance movie.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, whatever.
Whatever. Well, our only thing about that is we here at Midnight Masterminds, we do not like to condemn movies to not being watched just because of bad reviews. We like to give movies the benefit of the doubt. We like to spread positivity.
Yep.
So we're merely reporting on the fact that people hate this movie. We encourage you to go see it
If you want to.
and give your own opinion.
If you want to.
If you want to. It looks boring to me. That's why I'm not going.
Agree.
You should always see a movie and give your own opinion because you might walk away having had a blast.
Agree.
I was in no way at all excited about the House with the Clock in its Walls. And that was my favorite movie this week. So don't hold out for your opinions of things or reviews of things.
A trailer is meant to give you everything you need to know to make your decision based on whether you want to see a movie. Don't let other people make your decisions for you, because certain movies will mean certain things to certain people differently.
Yeah, if we say, look, man, I don't really care for Assassination Nation, but it was well made, see it maybe once. Dude, if that movie gets you hyped and the trailer looks really good, don't listen to us and go like, oh, well, if it's not good, I'm not going to go. No, go and see it.
That's what guilty pleasures are for. That's why someone, like I can love Mission Impossible Fallout, and it can be my favorite movie this year, and my little brother can respect that it was well made, but he didn't necessarily love it. It's just we have different tastes.
We've been seeing. You're saying guilty pleasure. To me, a guilty pleasure movie is
something that I don't think Mission Impossible.
No, I know you don't.
Yeah.
I know you don't. But I think a guilty pleasure movie is one that is universally accepted as like not good, but something about it really makes you happy.
Like Josie and the Pussycats.
Yes, like Josie and the Pussycat.
The Sitter.
The Sitter. Yeah, a lot of people hate that.
I know.
I hate that.
It's so funny, man. It's
Why I
awful.
love
Ben, you're as queer as a football bat. Anyway.
Make love to the night.
Make love to the night.
Make love
Motherfucker.
to
That's
the
so
night.
good.
And Sam Rockwell. That movie has everything.
The movie is excellent. I don't understand why people don't like that movie. It is really weird. I will give you that. It's super
weird.
out there.
It
You know
is.
what's funny? Fun fact of the day: that new Halloween trailer makes that movie look fucking amazing.
Yes.
Right? And that's the same
One
director as
shot.
The Sitter.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
No way! Did I just blow your fucking mind?
Yes!
You know who wrote the script for that movie?
Who?
Danny McBride.
Why?
They just felt like it.
What?
Yeah. They're best friends. They do that show Eastbound and Down together.
Okay.
That's how they met, right?
Danny McBride wrote this
Halloween.
Halloween movie
What?
that is getting...
You didn't hear me just now?
I think she thought you were talking about The Sitter.
No, I'm talking about Halloween.
Hang on. Pause for a minute.
Let me clarify, all right? These two guys met on Eastbound and Down. They're good buddies, and it's a show that stars Danny McBride. All the episodes or whatnot are directed by David Gordon Green. And they like horror movies. So Danny McBride wrote a script for Halloween, and David Gordon Green went on from that to direct. He directed The Sitter. He directed Pineapple Express.
Oh my gosh.
And Danny McBride was like, "Hey man, do you want to go make Halloween?" And he was like, "Dude, yeah, fuck yeah, that sounds sweet, and it looks amazing."
Jesus.
So here's the thing, and this like brings everything somewhat full circle for what we talked about way early on. People who direct comedies transitioned into horror super well.
Yes.
Why? I don't know why.
People, well, it did that. I was just about to say that. Comedy, people who are good at comedy in any regard, performing it, writing it, directing it, whatever, transition into drama better than anybody who is proficient in any other genre at all.
Except Paul Feig.
Transitions into comedy.
Sorry. I love Paul Feig, but...
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. No, I believe you.
It's like...
I agree with you.
I don't know why that is.
I don't know either.
Like,
All
Robin
I know
Williams
is that-
can do a better job of being an utter goof in one movie and the most earnest, heart-wrenching, heartwarming performance in the other.
Look at freaking Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey.
Was like America's like goofy black spot that people didn't like for how zany and like crazy, and then look at him in The Truman Show and Eternal Sunshine.
And this show that just came out that people are raving about.
Yep.
Also the Andy Kaufman thing, like.
Yep.
For some reason, it's just funny people are really good at being not funny.
Yeah, I guess so. But yeah, so this movie looks really good, and David Gordon Green actually is a really big horror fan. He's been trying to make a horror movie for a long time. So that new movie Suspiria that's coming out, he was supposed to direct that movie. Yeah, he was supposed to direct that movie, and something happened, and he ended up doing Halloween instead. And I'm sure he's pretty all right with that.
Yeah.
So when you watch Halloween this year, just know that it's being directed by the guy who made Pineapple Express and The Sitter, and written by Danny McBride.
The goofball from that really misleading Crocodile Dundee Super Bowl
And the guy who
commercial.
was in Tropic Thunder, and his character lines up a bunch of fake explosives, and when he pushes the button, acts like he's jacking off and goes, "Mother Nature just pissed her pants!" That guy wrote Halloween.
Yeah.
So get ready for that, guys.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's all the news and reviews that we have, truly.
Another way to say that is that's the end of the episode.
It is. I wish we had more content, but I mean, that's really about it. The movies this week were all kind of all right, except for A House with a Clock in as well. So it was pretty good. News was pretty slow, and
A lot of nerdy stuff.
We ranted about David Gordon Green directing Halloween.
Yeah, what was the end there? The ending got kind of introspective. It was nice.
It's all right.
It was intimate. Hold my hand.
Don't touch me.
Hold my hand.
All right, everyone.
Cool.
Hold my hand.
You just have a great evening or afternoon or whatever time of day you chose to listen to this. If it's at midnight, that's very on topic. I appreciate that. I've been Wyatt.
I've been Tyler sometimes.
And I'm Katimae always.
Anyway, whoa, we were about to do a whole...
Alright, so...
Anyway, we are Screenplay. You remember S vertical P everything. That's Patreon. That's Twitter. That's Instagram.
YouTube.
It's YouTube.
Facebook.
Yeah, all that stuff. So you can find us all of those places.
Yeah.
Katimae has a cooking show. It's excellent. We're going to do another episode this week. You're welcome. We have another episode of The Inventor coming out in a while. I'm saying
whatever the hell.
Maybe one day.
We know
Someday.
The only thing we know is that in the next 4 weeks, it will be shot.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't know. I don't have any other details. I just know that
Man, making
there will be footage.
making TV shows is hard.
Yeah.
Shut up and get it when you get it.
Yeah, so just chill out. I
Okay.
am going to finish the Indiana Jones What Happened. So that Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull What Happened is going to be coming out pretty soon. It's already written, so half the work is already done.
Yeah.
Because half of it is like writing my thoughts down, and the other half is actually putting a video together. I did some fun analytical research,
Uh-oh.
and turns out that What Happened, that one video has 238 minutes watched, which is more than all the other videos on Screenplay's site, even the videos that are longer. So people tune into that video for longer.
All right.
And it doesn't
Quit
have
bragging.
the most views. No, I'm just saying.
you just
You guys are mad. I'm like competing with myself.
Hey, my name's Wyatt. I'm solely responsible for all the content on this channel.
I didn't say that. I just thought it was interesting. All right, you guys are fucking dicks.
You're sweet.
Have a good night. I hope you both crash on the way to wherever you're going.
Good night, everybody. For the record, I'm a big fan of Wyatt. Don't kill me. Assassination Nation people.
Assassination Nation. Assassination Nation.
I just thought it was interesting.